this content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill
Wait
no
a
one.
second.
Oh, no.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. Septum Sin versus the world. 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 I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching Septum Sen versus the World. I'm Septum Sen. This is Kotobuki Jake.
Hey?
We're here to show you what we got.
Yep.
Show me what you got. I want to see what you got. Oh boy.
Now, this is our special Christmassy episode here on our channel. And I gotta unwrap this. I got my Christmas tree for walloping people with.
Okay.
But I got no people to wallop because this whole thing has kept people indoors.
Yeah.
So, you know, I can try, but I can't get it through the screen. So we'll just have to pretend. But we all have a Christmassy feel here. Do, of course, our annual gift exchange at the very tail end of the pickups. We're also going to try something very new when it comes to our pickup format. I'm going to try to add a little bit more video.
Video cat?
Video cat, apparently.
Get used to disappointment.
Cat sound effects, apparently, to this video. Apparently, I'm adding cat sound effects, as you can see. Put Grumpy Cat up here, because apparently Grumpy Cat wanted to be heard more. And I guess we'll go ahead and start with your first pickup.
Okay. And I'm going to start with one that kind of got lost in the shuffle. Honestly, I probably should have presented it a while ago. But this was an Inside Movies Galore pick for our Martial Arts Mayhem month. And so y'all have hopefully watched that video. And if you haven't, feel free to find it and watch it. And we had a little fun with that. And that is the movie Big Trouble in Little China. Little John Carpenter action there with Kurt Russell, Kim Cattrall, and numerous other folks. Good times. We had fun with that one. And like I said, this, I don't know why I hadn't presented it before, but now I have.
It is a fun film. I did enjoy that one. And I got such a good deal on my copy.
You did.
So mine has a theme. You know, my theme is usually just like whatever.
Right.
But this time, my theme is completing, or not completing, but catching up to the Arrowverse. And by the end of this, I will have caught up temporarily.
Congratulations! Congratulations! Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Congratulations! Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Thank you all.
To the Arrowverse's physical releases. So we're going to start with one that Jake did a couple weeks ago, so I'm not going to really dwell on it too much, and that is Batgirl. Or Batwoman. So this is the one that has Ruby Rose in it, And you've got this pretty strong-willed Batwoman in a city where apparently Batman has disappeared. And she's going to show that a woman can be as powerful as a man when it comes to Batman. At least that's the way that the trailer seemed to show it. A lot of things got... a lot of problematic controversy came out about her sexuality and all this stuff, which I think is crazy. I mean, shoot, the show put her sexuality like right there in front on air. I mean, you see it in the trailers. I mean, she's going to a woman much like Bruce Wayne does in the series. So, I mean, to me, I don't really get it. This is 2020, for goodness sakes. But I look forward to it. I'm curious about it.
Mm-hmm.
Was Pennyworth a part of it? I don't think Pennyworth is an Arrowverse title either. I think it's closer to the Gotham, isn't it?
I believe Pennyworth is more a spin-off of Gotham than anything, but so they're like theoretically in the same universe as each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sidestep.
Was that?
Sidestep.
Yeah. Do a little sidestep. So I'm going to stick with a mini theme here for Movies Galore. We have a movie coming up this week. And no, I am not presenting National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 2. No.
And now for something completely different.
But what I do have is the Santa Claus and the sequels. So I have all three of the Santa Claus movies here. Nice, fun, Tim Allen starring Disney family films about a toy executive who ends up becoming Santa because he didn't read the fine print and then didn't read the ultra fine print that he had to get married in order to stay Santa, and then had to deal with Jack Frost, who's a complete jerk. And yeah, so that's the series in a nutshell. We'll be talking about the first movie, probably mentioning the other two, I guess. Feel free to check in. That'll probably be a fun enough discussion. I wanted the 3-in-1 pack, but I just couldn't track it down at a good price. Ended up getting these three for $7 each, which you could do worse. And now, of course, Walmart has the 3-in-1 for $20. Jerks. They waited a week too late. But that's the way it goes.
That's the one you're talking about.
Yeah, that one. Actually, no, the Walmart has a more condensed one.
I kind of like this one. I mean, it's
it looks good.
And I mean, they're a little bit more individualized in their releases.
Right.
So that's not my pickup. This is an old one.
Right.
Which I think this on sale, but
Yeah. The what was I saying? Whatever.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll get into mine next.
Yep.
All right. So this next one kind of was loosely not a part of it, then became a part of it, and that was Black Lightning. Not to be confused with Black Thunder.
Or Black Dynamite.
But, Black Lightning, of course, he even was in the Lex Luthor administration in the comics. But he's an interesting superhero. I'm kind of glad that this did get some light on it. And I'm kind of glad that they decided to put this into the Arrowverse, but not by this season. Now, by this season, they did start to put it into the Arrowverse, season 2. And again, more information, more emphasis on this character. It's about a guy who ends up, having these like lightning powers. I don't know a lot about him as a character, other than back in the day, apparently comic book heroes and villains that were, of color, they decided to always call them black something. So,
Right.
and of course, I got the 3rd season. Okay, trying to pass the torch a little bit as I go. Unfortunately, it looks like this may end with the next season. Or fortunately, I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. But I do plan on watching it, and I am curious as to how it plays out.
Okay.
The end. Yep.
All right. So my next one has someone on the cover who looks like he might have lightning powers. I don't know. You'll know better than I do because you've seen the show. And this was a pickup from over the summer, I think. I can't even remember. From Second and Charles. And I like to keep an eye out, even though they're not as space saving as some of the more recent releases. And I think this one has had a more recent release. I like the look of this set. And this is one of those ADV releases that we talked about in the last video. But one of the ones that has a nice chipboard art box. And this is the complete Season 1 collection of Get Backers, which, like I said, pretty nice looking set there. It's a little bit dinged on the back, which is unfortunate, but it could be worse. But you've seen this show, right?
Sorry, I have myself muted. Yes, I have seen it.
And it is a good one?
Yeah, Brittany actually introduced it to me a while back. I had that set a while ago before they released the 2nd season. Then I got a condensed version that has both. Again, another chipboard box, but about the same size with both seasons. And
When I saw the price, I was like, I should get that.
it is a fun series. It's worth watching.
Good deal.
Very much so. All right, so I've talked about one of these before on here when I picked up the standalone. And this time I'm talking about the standalone animated movie, which is Constantine, City of Demons. Now, this does relate to the Arrowverse character, Constantine, who has a 1-season run, which was really good. And oddly enough, the Keanu Reeves version is getting a new movie.
Really?
Yeah. Don't know why. Really don't know why. But
yeah, we want to see this dude get a movie. He was good.
So, but he is getting some light in Legends of Tomorrow, so I guess that's something.
Right.
But still, it is kind of cool to get it. I really enjoyed it. It was a good one-off series, and I look forward to seeing more from this character.
Yeah. All right. And I believe I did actually see that movie, and it was good. I believe I'm remembering that correctly. It basically is, am I remembering correctly, basically I think Nightmare Nurse and Zatanna are basically the supporting cast.
It is loose in there.
Yeah.
But not scratched.
So, a couple things I did pick up at Walmart last time I was there. There was an unfortunate bait and switch that I don't know if I can blame it on them. It may have been customers. It probably was. But it could have been Walmart. But stuff was in the wrong bin. And I decided to roll with it. So I got good prices. I thought for a glorious moment, that I was getting awesome prices. The first one is a movie I have seen, but it's been a minute. And I don't remember it very well. But it's sort of a cult favorite film. But it's also a notorious film because it's a film that unfortunately killed its lead. And I'm talking about Brandon Lee's The Crow. There we go. Crow. Which, if I recall correctly, I think Lee was killed by a prop gun that misfired or something while they were filming it. And that is most unfortunate. Bruce Lee's son had only a few credits prior to this, I think. Could have been a star-making role, but the kind of was. Also has Ernie Hudson. I'd forgotten he was in this, and I remember very distinctly that, what's his face?
Yes, what's his face? That's a famous actor.
John Polito is also in this. Yes, what's his face? But this is one that I've been meaning for some time to get into the collection and to watch again, like to give it another go. I thought I was getting it for 4. Still got it for 7, which if you look at the bonus features, that little red stripe, it's kind of hard to read, but there's actually some decent features on there. So it's probably not a bad pickup at all. So, yeah.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
So, one that I know that you may, I'm pretty sure that you have a number of these from here on out. I think I've even seen some of these on the pickups.
Yeah.
Of course, one series that I have watched a larger portion of, 4 seasons to be exact, is Flash. And I got season 5.
Yeah.
And season 6.
All right.
Now, it's weird about this one is it confused me a bit with the cover because there's another female speedster that he runs into in, I think, season 3 or 4. And I don't know why, but I thought it was her at a distance. Not realizing who it was. So, yeah, no. Still, I'm kind of cool with these as it is. It's caught me up with the series. It's a good series.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't quite as dark as Arrow was when it started, but it goes dark.
Yeah.
I really feel like the Arrowverse is one of the first times I really felt like watching these is so similar to reading the comics.
Mm-hmm.
Including crossovers. It really does feel like the actual comic book universe, which is why I was super disappointed when I realized that they were not going to pull from this at all for the movies.
Yeah.
I blame Zack Snyder, but I mean, if they actually pulled these characters and utilized movies off of them and took some of the big characters that they didn't want to actually throw out the money to do TV series with and just had them interact with those big characters on the big screen titles, I think that they would have done a heck of a lot better overall. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe indeed.
It could always still happen. All right. So my next up is the other one from that Walmart pickup. And again, it was in the $4 bin, but it turned out to be a $7 pickup. But this one, I know for a fact, it was probably a good deal because this is an actual Scream Factory release. And Shout/Scream Factory, their releases tend to be pretty nice overall for one. They tend to look good. This one doesn't really have bonus features to speak of, but oftentimes they'll have a lot of bonus features. But they tend to look good, be pretty nice overall releases, and they tend to charge a little bit, but whichever ones make it into Walmart oftentimes are affordable. And this one caught my attention. It's 2 movies that I have never seen that I need to see. It's called the Scream Queen Double Feature, and it features The Fog and The Howling. The Fog, once again, we're back to John Carpenter there. We got a little bit of a mini theme there for this week. And Joe Dante did The Howling. And you got, let's see, with The Fog, you've got Adrienne Barbeau, Jamie Lee Curtis, John Houseman, and Janet Leigh. Hal Holbrook. That's not a bad cast at all. The Howling, you've got slightly lower level cast, but you got John Carradine and Dee Wallace and Slim Pickens, among others, so that's pretty cool. I do need to see these. I have a feeling that either or both will eventually be put forward for Movies Galore, so now I have them just in case.
Well, The Fog has pirate ghosts.
Ooh, I like that.
Actually, it's kind of fun. It's a fun one. It's very enjoyable.
Good deal.
I might need to... let's see here. Oh. All right. So, the next one in here is another animated. I've got 3 animated ones. And this is one I used to have. I got rid of originally. Matter of fact, 3 of these I got rid of and I picked up again. One of them was Black Lightning Season 1. And the other 2 are coming up. This is one of those. So this one is Freedom Fighters, The Ray. Now, this one takes place, from what I see in the previews, during that like Nazi universe that they did a crossover for, but I've only seen part of that crossover, so now I guess I'll see all the parts of the crossover. Have you watched that entire crossover yet? The one where like they have Nazi versions of like Arrow and Supergirl and all that?
I don't think I saw that.
Maybe,
Do you remember when that took place?
Maybe it was season 4 of The Flash that it took place in.
Then I haven't gotten that far, no.
But I can't remember. But I know it happened because I remember them having that and the evil Supergirl fighting the good Supergirl and all that stuff. And apparently he comes from that storyline. This was a very short series. It was like a bunch of short webisodes that they kind of strung out together into like a longer movie, essentially. So I'm curious about it. I've seen the previews. It looks fun. Indeed.
All right. So, next up, I'm going to join the party a little bit late, but you keep going on about DC. I'm going to go ahead and join the party. I've got a couple here, a couple of Steelbook editions, both of which were ones that I had to wait on, but they ended up finally being mine with the Black Friday sales. The first one actually, and these would have been, both of these I think would be really fun crossovers for them to do with some of the shows. I wouldn't mind that at all. The first one is one that I actually ordered before from Best Buy, and they friggin' out of stocked me on it. This time they did not. And that is Shazam. Another one we did on Movies Galore. But I finally got that, and I finally got a Steelbook, and it's a pretty nice looking little Steelbook there. What's that?
Shazam!
Shazam, yes. This is a fun show. Of course, tune into our Movies Galore discussion to get all the ins and outs and the minutiae of this one, but at the basic level, you got Zachary Levi as the adult version of a boy who becomes a superhero after a fashion. Mark Strong as Dr. Sivana, his antagonist. And you got a number of other folks in there, including Jamon Hunso. It's definitely one of the more light-hearted DCEU movies. There's no question about that. And it's a good one. It's a good one overall. I don't think it's extraordinary, but it is a good movie. And I'm glad to have it. I'm glad to have it in a nice, shiny steelbook.
It's a fun movie, to be sure. So I'm going to ask you if you can to be moving closer to the center of your frame.
Oh, all right.
Because I'm probably either covering up your head or some of the films as you're discussing this in the edits later.
Okay, I think I'm about as close to
Yeah, it's just making sure that we got some room on the other side of you to throw out that stuff.
Okay.
All right. Oh, I'm having you move the frame, and then it's my turn. All right, hey. So we talked about this a little bit when it came to Constantine, and that is a little series called Legends of Tomorrow. So this one here is a fun little team series that goes all over the place. You've seen more of this than I have, which I haven't seen any, so that's not saying anything. But this is the 4th season. This is the 5th season, and I believe you picked the 5th season up not too long ago.
I believe so, yes.
But yeah, Walmart did a sale on almost all of their stuff except for Black Lightning, which I could never find on sale except for the 1st season. But these were all like $10, so I was like, yeah, I'm going to catch up to it, get to know this. I don't know much about it. I've heard from you that there is some appearance of Stargirl.
Yeah.
And of course, it's got the Atom in the series. I know that much.
Yep.
And a few others that have appeared in other like of these DC series. I think they have.
Well, basic gist of it is a dude from the future. A dude from the future summons a whole bunch of people from around the Arrowverse and takes them with him to save the future from Vandal Savage. And that's season 1. And then season 2, they have to deal with the threat of Eobard Thawne, Malcolm Merlyn, and Damien Dark. So, and I haven't gotten beyond that. But basically, that's the idea, is they're traveling around the past and future, dealing with these big existential threats to the timeline. And it's a slightly revolving cast, but a fun cast.
Well, it's going to be fun, I'm sure, once I finally get into it.
Yeah. All right. Am I properly centered?
Yes.
Which is not entirely apt, because this next pickup is for someone who is definitely not centered, as it were. This was a steelbook that sold out quickly upon release, and I was deeply disappointed. But they did another pressing, apparently, and it went on sale for Black Friday, and so I happily double-dipped and upgraded to steelbook for Birds of Prey and the Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Because that's just such a cool-looking steelbook. I enjoy it.
It is a cool.
And it finally came down to a price I was willing to pay. I was not willing to pay $35 for it.
That's the problem, is you never know when they're going to go out of print.
I know. Like I said, I think this is a second printing of this. But I've presented this one before. It's a fun movie. This one needs an Arrowverse crossover. There we go.
I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the whole chase about the sandwich, and it was a heck of a lot better than the Suicide Squad movie.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Even though I still hate the title. It's not a Birds of Prey movie. It's a Harley Quinn movie. The Birds of Prey are just there. And it really, when it comes down to it, if it's not Harley Quinn, the movie really would belong to Roman Sionis. I mean, he is such a good villain.
All right. Okay. So we continue our Arrowverse work. So another show that started outside of the Arrowverse, but worked its way into the Arrowverse. And that is Supergirl. All right, so We've got fourth and fifth seasons
All right.
of Supergirl, so it catches me up for that.
Mhm.
I actually have watched a little bit of this one. Most of the first season, as it aired on ABC. Was it ABC?
I think it was CBS.
CBS, one of the networks.
No, it
Probably
wouldn't be ABC.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
because
be
ABC is from Mouse.
Yes.
And this one, of course, you got the simple basic, she's Superman's cousin, arrived on Earth, and now she's the younger of the two, even though she was older when she was shipped off.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got similar powers, and the jobs that they're doing is rounding up metahumans for Martian Manhunter, at least as far as season 1 is concerned. And we'll see how the other seasons play out as time goes on. I'll eventually get back into this. I've seen her in the seasons of Arrow.
Not so much meta as Aliens, but there are metas. There are metas to be had. Yes.
They're versions of mutants in their universe.
Right, pretty much. So what I have left are the presents. Do you want me to hold those until you've presented all yours, or do I just launch into them?
Just one at a time.
Okay. All right. So, present number 1 from Septum.
See if you've got this one.
We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
All that present wrapping and opening action. So did you have that one?
No, I do not have this one. I now have a true Christmas classic, Santa with Muscles.
And it's actually a little bit more in that one than was presented online for free.
Really?
Yeah, and on top of, because I watched that version the other week,
Yeah.
and I was surprised it actually has a little bit more tacked on to the beginning and the middle. So they went all out restoring it.
Oh, good. Well, you got to go all out for this one. I mean, it's Hulk Hogan as Santa with muscles.
One of these days we're going to watch that for the show. We're going to watch that for Inside Movies Galore one of these years.
I know. One of these years, yes. But muscle-bound Blake Thorne has made a vast fortune marketing health food and health supplements. He once was a nice fellow, but as wealth increases, he becomes increasingly self-centered and decadent. One day he gets in a great paint gun fight that goes too far. Escapes the cops by running into a shopping mall, donning a Santa suit, and pretending to be Saint Nick. A head injury causes him to suffer amnesia, and an opportunistic elf decides to convince him that he is Santa. The premise sounds much better than the movie actually is. But still, it's worth having.
It's an okay. It's actually an okay family, like Hallmark movie. So
yeah,
I still got 2 more Arrowverses to go. This one is not a part of the Arrowverse yet, but as of season 2, it will be. And that is Stargirl. So, again, this is pretty cool. I looked again at the trailer. It looks pretty interesting. Basically, she takes up the mantle of her father's partner, who was Starman, when they find out that she can actually wield the powers that he once did. So, that's kind of cool. I look forward to seeing this. If anything, it's going to be fun. I do enjoy stuff that talks about the, what was it? The Justice Society, which is the predecessor to the Justice League. And they're fun. I don't know if they have any like of the old Green Lantern or anything like that, but it would be kind of cool to show it. But
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes. I will withhold judgment till I see.
Okay.
Looks fun.
Good times. So next up, we have the present numero dos.
Ah,
Again from Septum.
one of these I'm pretty sure you have, but I could be wrong.
Well, we will find out. We will find out. If it's an upgrade, I'm fine with that. Okay. Okay. Well, we have got
And
Chaos Head and my first girlfriend is a gal. This one I can say definitely I do not have. And I guess
keep it on that
There?
side, the side you
on
have.
this side. It's so hard to coordinate this. Okay. So this one, my girlfriend is a gal. I don't know a huge amount about this, but it looks kind of fun.
Is it
One of those
essential?
ones. It is an essential, apparently. So luckily, I now have an essential. This one is unfortunately got one of those garish save stripes on it. The Chaos Head, I don't remember if I have this.
It'd be good to check, but it is a good series. It's worth having.
Right, I've heard good things. It says, from the mind that brought you Death Note comes a schizophrenic anime experience that will make you doubt everything you think you're seeing. Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's got a lot of. It's kind of an intense, almost a horror aspect to it, and it is fun. I have seen it. I have not seen My Girlfriend as a Gal yet, but I had to grab that on the August sale for you.
Good times.
All right, last of them, and it's a buyback.
Okay.
It is Vixen. the
All
movie.
right.
This one really didn't impress me all that much.
Well, it was fun.
It was alright. Basically, I mean, Vixen, essentially, she's got a superhero who has a medallion that she's inherited that gives her the power of different animals. I do find it interesting that a cheetah apparently runs faster than the Flash, but, you know, I didn't know that cheetahs were a part of the Speed Force.
Apparently.
But she basically hands Arrow and the Flash their asses
Yeah.
in a fight, and I was a little bit like, really? I understand maybe Arrow, but
I think Arrow makes sense.
the Flash should not have been outrun by her. But still, it's not too bad. It's decent enough. It is definitely a part of the Arrowverse because these two are voiced by their cast members, and they do portray their characters.
And she does come back to portray the character in an Arrow episode, I believe.
So the character is not going away. And May, you said her mother did make an appearance. So,
well, her mother, I think, made an appearance in said Arrow episode, but her grandmother is actually a key cast member in Legends of Tomorrow.
So maybe she'll make a fuller appearance as time goes on. Maybe we'll get a Vixen series.
Maybe.
That'll be there.
That'll be there.
Done with my stack of regular stuff other than the gift.
Yep. And then I have my last present, and I will hopefully have some fun here.
Oh, you'll have fun with this.
Okay, well, that's always a good thing. Let's find out. Let's see here. I don't know why I'm having trouble with this. I'm tired today. We'll go with that.
Wrapping
I had
paper.
a feeling when I saw that one of the. Oh, okay. I had a feeling. I don't know what to think of this. Alrighty, so
Hey, you got more films by this director now. You had Schusterman
I do.
Levine.
I do, and Dogs and Click Sandwich. I still need to watch that one. So we have got Death Toilet number 2, and
That's
Death
the 90s
Toilet
version.
Part 3, Duty Calls.
Yes.
Alrighty, that sounds like some quality,
You want to buy more of his stuff. It's on. He sells a lot of stuff through SRS Entertainment,
right?
and there is a Schusterman Levine. He is re-releasing it. It has been out of print, and he is not only getting a better cut of it, but he is also going to. He also has made a full-on documentary that's going to be on the disc, so that's going to be cool. But I figure you're one to enjoy a kind of a strange and offbeat horror film, especially when there's not a lot of blood, or the blood is so fake that it doesn't really trigger anything.
Right.
And
we used to survive the plunge.
And these definitely are in the so bad it's good category. I enjoy them, and they're worth checking out.
That's good to know.
And there's nothing in it that would make you go, "I can't watch this," because if you're looking at like the fake plastic hand that's being thrown, it's like, "Oh my god, I can't watch that." There's a problem.
But I'll bet there'll be a time where I'll be sitting there going, I'm getting too old for that shit. Alrighty. Well then,
have a gift.
So along those same lines,
with little kitty cats and a penguin on it.
What's that?
A little kitty cats on here and a penguin.
Yeah, penguin. Yeah, I figured you'd appreciate the penguin. Yeah, don't let it fly though.
Let's see how this turns out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tape on this.
Yeah, fair bit.
It's like trying to find purchase. This looks like it could be a movie.
You think?
I could be wrong. It could be the entire works of H.P. Lovecraft. On I don't know, on video cassette.
Actually, after seeing Colors Out of Space, I could see this one fitting thematically with that.
Of course.
Yes. I figured you'd appreciate that.
First cow. You are right. I would never purchase this for myself throughout the season, so you got that to the character. Okay, two travelers run from a band of vengeful hunters in the 1820s Northwest, dreams of striking it rich, but their tenuous plan to make their fortune on the frontier comes to rely on the secret use of a wealthy businessman's prized dairy cow. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Now for those of you who do not get the inside joke, there was a while when I used to just go on about cow tipping a lot. It's just something that's stuck in my head for a long time. So people would start cow themes.
You used that as a thumbnail just a month ago, if I remember correctly.
Maybe I did. I don't remember.
But actually, it's even funnier because, Death Toilet, Santa with muscles. First Cow legitimately is making many critics' best of lists as one of the best films of the year. It's probably going to be an Oscar nominee. I saved you a step there.
There you go. And yeah. Death Toilet 3, also 2020 release, may very well make the Oscars this year.
Is it a 2020 release?
It is.
Oh, I may have to watch them together just because.
They're not super long films, And I gotta give it this: the fact that they, I know that I won't spoil it for you, but the third movie, for instance, the way that he ends it is hilarious. I do enjoy it. It can drag a little bit at points, but it's such an absurd concept. It's well worth it.
Right.
So, with that being said,
Mhm.
let's bring it back here. We here at Septum Sen versus the World
Mhm.
wish you a happy holiday, be it Christmas, Hanukkah's already passed, Kwanzaa, whatnot.
But we hope you enjoyed your holiday, if it has indeed already passed.
I'm not wishing you a happy new year because we got another show before the new year.
Yeah, true.
But we do wish you the best.
Right, 'cause
With that being said, blessings onto you with the great Christmas tree. We'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.